Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm so excited for today's deep dive because we are talking about Perfect World.
Yes.
But not like the story or anything like that.
Right.
We are going to be talking about the character redesigns.
Yeah.
So there's been a ton of buzz online about how some of the characters are looking in the new version of the Donghua.
It's been pretty divisive. Yeah.
And we actually, we're looking at this awesome blog post today from the Donghua reviewer.
They always have good insights,
Yeah, they do.
especially about the visuals.
Absolutely. And they get really into the details,
They do.
which is what we're going to be talking about today. But then also, like,
Yeah.
we want to go even deeper, right?
Right.
Like beyond just what it looks like.
Yeah. Why are these choices being made?
Why are these choices being made? What does it tell us about the series? What does it tell us about
About Donghua in general.
Donghua in general? And I'm really, really excited about this one.
Me too.
So without further ado,
Let's dive in.
let's start with, I guess, one of the biggest ones that's been making the rounds online.
Yeah.
And that is the Ruthless Emperor.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a hot topic.
That one is a hot topic.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
new design is, well,
Let's just say it's gotten some strong reactions.
strong reactions. Yeah, for sure.
Positive and negative.
Yeah. But before we go there, let's start with a character who has gotten a much more positive response.
Yes.
Let's talk about Liu Shen.
Ah, Liu Shen. Yes.
So her redesign is, have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
It's amazing.
It is.
It is absolutely amazing. They've like completely revamped her look.
Yeah, they went all out.
It's so elegant.
It is very elegant.
I mean, and even before we get into the details, I think it's important to remember like who Liu Shen is.
Yeah, she's not just a random character.
She's not just a random side character.
Yeah, sure.
She's a divine protector. Like she's this mentor figure. She's super important in the world of Perfect World.
Exactly. And her visual redesign really reflects that.
Right. Okay, so let's get into some of the details here.
Okay.
The blog post mentions that she's got this like new color palette, which is like green, white, and gold.
Very regal.
Very regal, I know.
Yeah.
And she's got this really cool skirt.
I love the skirt.
The skirt is awesome.
It's got those mountain motifs, right?
Yeah.
The classic Chinese ink paintings.
Yes, and it's flowy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then there's all these details.
The many details.
Like golden willow leaves and these flowing ribbons.
It's very intricate.
Very intricate, yeah. And then even her like hairstyle and accessories.
Yeah, even the small stuff.
They got like a modern makeover. It's like they took everything we love about Liu Shen and just like cranked it up to 11.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
They really emphasized her key characteristics.
Yes. Okay, so obviously we're gushing over the visuals,
Of course.
but there's a reason for all of this, right?
Absolutely.
It's not just about making her look pretty.
No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of thought behind it.
So tell us a little bit about the why.
Well, so like you mentioned, green and white.
Yeah.
Those colors are often associated with nature
Right.
and purity.
Okay.
And that connection to nature is super important for Liu Shen because she is like a guardian of the natural world.
That makes sense.
Right. And then the mountain motifs,
Yeah.
they're not just there to look cool.
No.
They symbolize strength, resilience, her connection to the spiritual realm.
Okay, so it's like...
It's all very
like
symbolic.
It's like a visual language.
It is.
It's almost like a secret code.
Exactly. Like you're getting all these little hints about her character just from looking at her.
I love that.
It's so cool, right? And even the willow leaves.
Oh, yeah. What about those?
So in Chinese art and literature, willows are often symbols of flexibility and strength,
Interesting.
which totally makes sense for Liu Shen, right?
Yeah, totally.
Because she's wise. She can overcome any obstacle.
Right. She's
She's got that inner strength.
She's got that inner strength.
And it's all represented in those tiny details. It's amazing how much thought goes into these designs.
I know, it's incredible. And the best part is
What's the
fans are loving it.
They are.
The Donghua reviewer says that like the response has been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, people are really happy with this one.
It seems like they really nailed this redesign.
It's a great example of how you can modernize a character
Yeah.
and still stay true to their essence.
While staying true to what makes them so great.
Exactly. And that's what fans care about, right?
Absolutely.
They want to see these characters they love,
Yeah.
but in a fresh new way.
In a new way.
And I think they achieved that with Liu Shen.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to another character who is getting a lot of attention. And this is where things get really interesting.
Ooh, tell me more.
Because this character is actually from another one of Chen Dong's works.
Like a different universe
Yeah.
crossover episode.
We're talking about Yi Fan
Yifan.
from Shrouding the Heavens.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to get to him.
And he's making like a guest appearance in Perfect World.
That's awesome for fans who love both series.
Right.
Like, it connects those worlds together.
It does.
I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
Me too. But it does present a challenge for the designers, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because they have to create a look for him that makes sense in both universes.
Right. They have to balance those two identities.
Yeah, so what did they come up with?
Well, according to the Donghua reviewer,
Yeah.
they went with what they're calling a refined warrior aesthetic.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a good way to describe it.
It is. So tell me what that looks like.
Okay, so he's got this really cool black inner suit,
Okay, I like it already.
and then over that, he's got this flowing white robe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's all accented with blue and gold.
Ooh, very sophisticated.
It's a look that says, I'm here to fight,
Yeah.
but I'm also a man of style.
Yes. That's you, fan, for you.
It
You
is.
got that duality, right?
Absolutely. He's powerful,
Yeah.
but he's also incredibly intelligent
Mhm.
and strategic.
You can't just rush into things with Yifan.
Ooh.
He's always thinking 10 steps ahead.
Exactly. And I love how they've incorporated these like heroic details into his design.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
He's got those shoulder guards
Okay.
and then like angular patterns on his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And his expression is very calm, almost stoic.
Yeah. He always seems so in control.
Right. Even when everything around him is chaotic.
And we can't forget about the sword.
Oh, the sword. Yeah, that's a big one.
It's not just a weapon, right?
It's a symbol
Of his power.
Yeah, and his
The destiny.
destiny.
Yeah, it represents both his martial prowess,
Yeah.
but also his connection to what's called the celestial path.
Okay, what's that?
It's this idea that he's destined for greatness.
He's like the chosen one.
Yeah, basically, and they're showing that through his sword.
So that's so cool. Like even the smallest details have meaning.
They do. It's all very intentional.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what's the fan reaction been to Yifan?
Pretty positive, actually.
Yeah, the Donghua reviewer says that people are praising the redesign.
So they think it captures his essence.
They do. They feel like it's true to his character.
Awesome. So 2 for 2 so far.
2 for 2.
But, we've all been waiting for this.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Ruthless Emperor.
The redesign that's really dividing the fandom.
The one that's got everyone talking?
And I gotta say, I'm kind of on the fence about this one myself.
Interesting.
Yeah. There are things I love,
Okay.
but then there's some choices that make me wonder what they were thinking.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
I think we need to break it down like piece by piece and look at the different elements.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Donghua reviewer, they highlight some key changes. And one of the biggest ones is that they brought back the bronze mask.
Okay.
Remember in Shrouding the Heavens, they gave her that
Yeah,
I don't even know what to call it.
I know.
It was not good.
The sensual mask.
Yeah, the sensual mask.
Fans were not happy.
No, they were not.
Not a good look.
So bringing back the bronze mask,
Uh.
I think that's a win for a lot of fans.
Absolutely. Like the purists are going to be happy about that.
Yeah,
win.
for sure. And then they also went all out with her outfit.
Oh, yeah. That outfit is
It's very extravagant.
Extravagant.
Yes, white and gold.
White and gold, very like Empress vibes.
Yeah. It fits her title, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The first female emperor in eternity or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's pretty badass.
It is pretty badass. But then we get to the part of the redesign that's causing all the controversy.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
The split skirt.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a little slit.
It's a lot.
It's high up there.
It's like thigh high.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, I was a little thrown off by that.
Yeah.
Like, she's called the Ruthless Emperor for a reason, right?
You would think so.
And, like, she's known for being emotionally detached
Mm-hmm.
and, like, her focus on power.
Right. Like strength above all else.
Does that really go with, like, a super sexy skirt?
I don't know. I think that's the question a lot of fans are asking.
Yeah.
And it kind of brings up this bigger issue of how female characters are portrayed in Donghua,
Oh, yeah.
especially when studios are trying to appeal to a wider audience.
That's a good point.
Oh.
So are they sacrificing her character for, like, sex appeal?
I think that's what some fans are worried about.
Yeah.
It's tricky because on the one hand, they might just be trying to modernize her
Okay.
and make her more visually appealing.
Right. Like, there's nothing wrong with a powerful woman embracing her femininity.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, you have to wonder if it undermined her character.
Right.
Like, is it actually serving the story?
Or is it just like gratuitous fan service?
Exactly.
I see both sides.
I think a lot of us do. And the Donghua reviewer actually brings up a really interesting point about this.
What's that?
They say that this redesign might be a way for the studio to test the waters,
Ooh, interesting.
like to see how far they can push things with the character designs.
So like they're putting it out there and seeing how the fans react.
Exactly. And judging by the online chatter, they're definitely getting a reaction.
Oh, yeah, big time. But, okay, so let's say they are trying to modernize these characters.
Yeah.
Is there something inherently wrong with that?
That's a good question. I mean, Donghua is evolving, right?
It is. It's not.
It's becoming more and more popular.
Global.
Yeah, it's reaching a global audience.
So, of course, they're going to want to appeal to more people.
Right, and that might mean updating character designs.
Yeah.
Storylines, maybe even cultural references.
Like finding that balance between staying true to the source material and also appealing to a broader audience.
Right.
It's tricky.
It's a tightrope walk, for sure.
And sometimes they're going to stumble.
Yeah. You can't please everyone.
No.
But I think it's great that fans are so passionate that they're willing to engage in these debates.
It shows that Donghua is becoming more than just entertainment.
Yeah, it's sparking conversations.
Challenging norms.
Making people think critically.
I love that.
It's really cool to see.
But let's zoom out for a second and think about the big picture. We've got Yi Fan coming over from Shrouding the Heavens.
All right.
And now we've got the Ruthless Emperor appearing in both series.
It's like they're building a whole universe.
Whoa! I didn't even think about that.
It's more than just a redesign.
Yeah.
It's world building.
They're creating this interconnected world where characters and storylines can, like, overlap.
And intertwine.
And it makes you wonder what else Chen Dong has planned.
Yeah, what other surprises are in store?
And it's a smart move from a storytelling perspective, too, right?
Okay.
Like, it rewards loyal fans. It creates a sense of anticipation.
And it adds a whole new layer of depth to the narrative.
It's like we're piecing together a giant puzzle.
I love that analogy.
And each redesign...
This character reveal gives us another clue.
It's so cool.
So even with all the controversy surrounding the Ruthless Emperor, it's all part of this bigger plan to connect these stories and immerse the audience in this rich, interconnected world.
And that's what makes these redesigns so fascinating to analyze.
They're not just about aesthetics.
Yeah.
They're about world building, character development.
The evolution of Donghua.
It's all connected.
This is like way deeper than I expected.
But that's what we do here, right?
Yeah, we like to take these seemingly simple topics and
uncover all those layers of complexity.
Yes. But before we go full-on Donghua scholar, let's bring it back to the listener for a second.
Okay.
Like, why should you care about all of this?
That's a great question.
What's the takeaway?
Well, I think the big takeaway is that Donghua is no longer this niche interest.
It's mainstream now.
It's a global phenomenon.
Yeah, and it's pushing boundaries.
It's starting important conversations.
About representation.
Adaptation.
And, like, the evolution of storytelling.
It's really cool to be a part of.
And these perfect world redesigns are a perfect example of that.
They show that Donghua studios are willing to take risks.
Yeah.
Experiment with new ideas.
Engage with their fans in meaningful ways.
It's a really positive trend, I think.
It is. And, you know, as a viewer, you're not just passively consuming content anymore.
Right. You're participating in a dialogue.
You're contributing to the evolution of the genre.
It's pretty awesome.
It is. So the next time you watch a Donghua series, pay attention to those character designs. They might be telling you a story that goes way beyond the surface.
Who knows? You might even be inspired to join the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Share your own thoughts.
Like, how do you think these characters are being reimagined for a new generation?
What do you like? What do you not like?
Yeah.
It's all up for discussion.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've analyzed the redesigns. We've debated the controversies.
We've explored the bigger implications for Donghua.
Yeah, but there's one more question we need to address before we wrap things up.
Okay, hit me with it.
So, are these perfect world redesigns ultimately a good thing?
I mean, that's the question, isn't it?
It is, like we've been talking about. There's no easy answer.
No, it really depends on what you value as a viewer.
Right. Okay, so let's break it down one more time.
Okay.
We've got Liu Shen, whose redesign is like a hit.
Yeah, pretty much everyone loves it.
Yeah, they managed to modernize her look, but keep all the things that make her so great.
It's a good balance.
It is.
It shows that it's possible to update a character without losing their core identity.
Exactly.
It's a win-win.
It is. Then we've got Yi Fan.
Yeah, he's an interesting case.
He is, because he's like this crossover character.
Yeah, two worlds colliding.
And his redesign had to bridge those two worlds.
And it seems like they did a good job.
They did.
His new look captures his essence.
As a warrior, but also a thinker.
Exactly.
Appealing to fans of both series. But then there's the Ruthless Emperor.
Yes, the most controversial one.
The split skirt is causing all sorts of debate.
It's definitely a bold choice.
It is, and it raises those questions about, like, staying true to the character versus
appealing to a wider audience?
Yeah. It's a tough balance to strike.
It is. So where do you land on all of this?
Yeah.
Do you think these redesigns are enhancing Perfect World?
Or are they straying too far?
It's tough to say.
It is.
I think it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Which is kind of to be expected with any adaptation.
Right. Some choices are going to resonate more than others.
Exactly. But what's important is that the studio is taking risks.
Yeah.
Experimenting, engaging with the fan base.
And that's what I like to see.
Me too. It shows that they care.
And ultimately, it's up to each viewer to decide if the redesigns work for them.
Exactly what matters most is that the Donghua is well-made.
Yeah.
The story is engaging.
And the characters are compelling.
That's what keeps people coming back for more.
Absolutely. All right. Well, as we wrap up our deep dive into the Perfect World redesigns, we want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to have your own opinions.
Yes.
Engage with the content critically.
Talk about it with your friends.
Yeah.
Start a discussion.
And most importantly, enjoy the ride.
Donghua is an amazing medium.
It is.
And we're so lucky to be witnessing its growth.
We are. So keep watching.
Keep learning.
And keep the conversation going.
See you next time.